Well, we are here for the final round of 16 fixture of the 1952 World Cup between Denmark and Mexico. Denmark are the favorites, and they have a bunch of players playing at high levels across Europe, including the trio Carl H. Priest, Carl H. Hensen, and John Hensen, all of Juventus. John Hensen, considered one of the finest strikers in the world. Well, they will take on Mexico, who were plucky, not easy to put down in the World Cup 2 years ago, but come in here as the underdogs for Denmark. They have been to a quarterfinal in 1948, and remember, they upset the English in the group stage of that World Cup. Well, now they're in England, and they take on Mexico in the knockout round. Denmark will be in their red and white. Mexico will be in their green and white. The goalkeepers will be wearing yellow kits. Mexico's more of a mustard color. Brooks will be supplying a classic black and white football today. And this game is in Liverpool at Anfield. What a sight. For the final round of 16 fixture, we move on to the team sheets. Kai Jorgensen in goal for Denmark. Denmark are working on their team sheet. Some interesting news out of the camp of Denmark. Only two of the Juventus trio, Carl H. Hensen and John Hensen, are starting. Carl H. Priest, considered one of the finest attacking midfielders in the world, is starting on the bench. So for the Danes, you have Kai Jorgensen in goal, Per Knudsen, Christian Borger, Erik Koppen, and Poul Petersen as the defenders. Hans Kohlberg, very talented holding midfielder. The box-to-box midfielder, Axel Pilmark. Johannes Floger on the wing, and Carl H. Hensen advanced as the attacking midfielder. Knud Lundberg is the captain, and Johan Hansen of Juventus is up front. Carl H. Priest on the bench. For Mexico, they do have their talented goalkeeper Carvajal, but it really is a team that doesn't come out with much firepower. Rodriguez, Garza, and Rosas are the defenders. The two holding midfielders are Alfredo Sanchez and Hermes Black. Rodriguez and Juan Carreño are the advanced wingers. Dioniso Mejia, Hilario Lopez are the supporting strikers, and Carlos Septien, scorer in the previous World Cup, is up front. He is the main man. We now go to Anfield, where the teams are coming out on the field. Well, how privileged are we to be at Liverpool at Anfield? Look at this, a massive Denmark flag. What a sight for the final round of 16 fixture. The winners go on and take on Sweden. Can we get an all-Scandinavian quarterfinal? Denmark looking to get to their second ever quarterfinal. Mexico have never been there before. They're a nation who loves their football. It's still a long ways in terms of development, although they have had the likes of Horacio Casarin play for Barcelona in Spain. He has since retired. There is Anfield. What a venue. As we now check the match conditions. And they appear to be okay. Let's see. The conditions look good. The audio is set. The cameras are angled, and Denmark will be the ones kicking us off here at Anfield. We're off. Who will take on Sweden? Up in. Ball goes out for a throw. Denmark are the favorites. Although they're only starting 2 of the 3 Juventus trio. Karl H. Christ on the bench. We must wonder, we're either going to see him or the Danes are strategically playing some players now, hoping they can get by Mexico. They've got to win the game. It is knockout football. Rodriguez, Septien. Rodriguez was offside. We can't really see, but we trust he was beyond the line of God. Johannes Kloger flipped in. And Rodriguez does well. Hensen. Paul Peterson goes forward, but he loses the football. Axel Pilmark on the ball now. The Danes at the top of the box, and it's in! And it had to be Nuremberg. And already the Mexicans. Oh, it was real easy. Nuremberg was in there and he just poked it in as he leaped over a defender. We'll find out who got the assist, but there's the entry pass. Back to goal. He just pokes it in. Carvajal was never going to get there. And the Danes have an early lead. Pokes right in between the defenders. Easy as you like. And 7.5 minutes in, the Danes have the lead. Lundberg on the goal. I think that's his second World Cup he's scored at now. We'll see if Mexico have a response. But the Danes, that was too easy of a goal from the Mexican perspective. Lundberg trying to combine. Ball launched up the field. There's Mejia. Sanchez off the ball. Knudsen to Kopen. And up the field go the Danes. They do like their own goal, but they'll do a little bit of interplay too. Kolberg. Floger. Lifts it in. And Mexico clear it away. Rodriguez bumped off the ball. Pilmark up to Kolberg. It's a great midfield partnership. Pilmark and Kolberg. Denmark have entered the box. The ball goes across the goal. And Mexico clear. Kopak. Hensen of Juventus. Lundberg really fighting. He's stayed in Denmark for his career, but he has had a successful national team career. Pilmark on the ball now. He goes to the wing. He crosses. Oh, it was in the mixer. Septien. And it's a throw for the Danes. Not much in goal mouth action, but the goal. Denmark have the 1-0 lead. Floger. John Hensen. I think John Hensen is the one who got the assist. Paul Peterson crosses. It's a dangerous cross. looking for Lundberg, but it was just over his head. Lundberg, Boger. Intercepted, and Alfredo Sanchez clears. Cole Peterson does well. Brogger. Loger. Kolberg. Loger. It's nipped away. The Danes recover. We approach 25 minutes. Valerio Lopez with some space. Valerio Lopez! Denmark have to clear it out for a throw. 25 minutes gone. 1-0 to Denmark. Reno wins the corner. Alfredo Sanchez will take it. It's headed away by Denmark. Peterson, Knudsen, Koppen, Hilmark, Kolberg. Poor pass by Kolberg. And the Mexicans have a route away, but they give it away. Carl H. Hensen. John Hensen. Given away, Septien. Oh, let Denmark converge on him well. Denmark have gotten a bit of balls away today. Mexico don't feel out of it. Septien on the counter. Oh, and it's out for a throw. Denmark with a bit of desperate defending there. Alfredo Sanchez, good moves. Mejia. Open does well. Lundberg. Septien ran into a cul-de-sac and the ball went out of bounds. Koppen. Lundberg. John Hensen. Denmark around the box. They're looking dangerous. They're looking for the perfect opportunity. And here they come again. Ploger. Crossed in, but Mexico clear. Ploger. On the way. Septien out in the wing now. Rodriguez. Alfredo Sanchez. Rodriguez to the byline. Amezcua. Give it away. Mexico with some possession. Valerio Lopez. Rodriguez. Oh, ball bouncing around the Danish area. And they finally win a foul, and Lundberg goes down. We'll have to see if he can shake that off. That could be a blow. Good tackle. Boger. Brogger. Kolberg up to John Hensen. Boger now. He's going to cross it. Oh, and it's a corner. Lundberg will take it. And clear it away. Tell you what. Denmark. There's Septien. You don't want him to go down if you're Mexican. He's gone off for treatment. The long strike by Alfredo Sanchez. Drifts away of Kai Jorgensen's goal, and that's about the best Mexico have offered. As Septien comes back, can he continue? He's got roughly 2.5 minutes to make an assessment before halftime. Danes haven't offered a lot of opportunities, but they took their chance early. And Mexico haven't really had a snuff a goal. It's not been a game for the neutrals. But there's still a lot on the line here. There's Hensen. Brogger. Knudsen. Koppen. Well done by Amezcua. Alfredo Sanchez. Rodriguez. And we go to halftime. Well, all it took was a 7-minute goal from Lundberg, assisted by John Hensen. Takes a trap and just pokes it in the net between two defenders. Carvajal was not aware. You can see it's been a half of domination by Denmark, possession-wise, 56%. And only 3 chances to Denmark for 2 to Mexico, but Lundberg made his chance count. Denmark are 45 minutes away. We go to the second half. No changes, and Septien is still out there. That's good news for Mexico. Hillmark tries to cut inside. The Mexico counter. Septien running by his man. He's trying to do it all for Mexico. Lundberg. Lundberg. Oh, he tried to go the distance, and admirable effort that. Rodriguez. Kroger. There's Hensen. Going away. Kroger. Holberg. Kroger. And Rosas clears. Ended up being a good clearance by Rosas as Mexico retained possession. But Per-Knudsen now goes down the right. Lundberg has dropped back. Copan to Lundberg! And Per-Knudsen, the center back, went marauding up the field and flashed a header wide of Carvajal at the near post. What was Per-Knudsen doing up there? He nearly scored. Interesting football there by the Danes. Old Peterson. Per-Knudsen nearly scored just now. Mexico winning the ball back. Hilario Lopez down the left. Lopez crosses, it's blocked. And Knud Lundberg to John Hensen. And there's Ploger. John Hensen. John Hensen! He is a deadly striker. One of the world's best for Juventus. He broke free and he wasn't going to miss. But it passed the outstretched leg of Carvajal. And it hit in off the post. And the Danes have all but booked their journey to the quarterfinal. John Hensen headed it, touched it, hit it, despite the defender sliding in. Carvajal tried to stick out a leg, but it was a great strike by John Hensen. And in off the post. And Denmark take a 2-0 lead at Anfield. John Hensen on 56 minutes. I gotta tell you that Mexico just do not look like they're gonna get back in it. But we still have 33 minutes left. Felipe Rosas comes in. Crossed. If Mexico can get a goal, there'd be hope. They're still not out, but a Danish third goal would really ruin the chances of Mexico. Knud Lundberg. Well done by Garza. Here comes Denmark again. Knud Lundberg into the channel, but Moreno does well. Clear. A lot of ping-pong up and down the field there. Septien tries to get by his man, but they got him in his pocket. Ploger now, down the left. Johannes Ploger crossing. Oh, nobody could connect. Copan now crosses. It's deflected up in the air. And Mexico clear. There's Pilmark. Lundberg really putting in a shift. Carl H. Hensen down the right. John Hensen. Carl H. Hensen! Lundberg scores his second. All he had to do was get a head on it. And it bounced right into the open goal. John Hensen to Carl H. Hensen. And Denmark are going on. It's 3-0. John Hensen smartly touched it wide to Carl H. Hensen, the playmaker. And he put a low cross in. Despite Mexico defending for their lives. And there's Knud Lundberg to just head it into the ground and glance it in. That's a striker's finish. That's a striker's goal. And on 65 minutes, Denmark have all but booked their quarterfinal place. Behind the goals in the play of Knud Lundberg, Johan Hensen and Carl H. Hensen. Johannes Ploger. And you wonder if Carl H. Christ was being saved for the eventual quarterfinal lineup against Sweden? We'll have to find out. But the Danes look like they're going back to their second ever quarterfinal. Axel Pilmark. John Hensen. It's out of bounds. That's a foul. And the referee will brandish the yellow to Karl H. Hensen. I say that looks like a good challenge, and Septien has to go off again. Alfredo Sanchez! Carl Jorgensen's hands were ready. Jonas Ploger does well. Ploger crossing, header over the bar. John Hensen heading it up and over the bar. And a yellow for Knud Lundberg. Again, I don't know that I've seen much wrong with that. Referee has gotten a bit antsy with his yellows. Perhaps his position is, you're up 3-0, why are you flying into challenges? If that's the case, I could get behind it. But what it does mean is some key players for Denmark have a yellow going into the Sweden fixture. That was miles beyond the line of God, Jonas Ploger. Alfredo Sanchez is pulled up. The more I see that, the more a foul did. Jens Hansen is in, Jose Luis is in. Short restart for the Mexicans. John Hensen. Jonas Ploger. Ploger crossing. Mexico give it away. Hans Kohlberg crosses it in. There's a header over the bar. Francisco Garba and Olivares are in. There's Lundberg. 13 minutes remain. There's Jonas Ploger. And out for a goal. Well, it will be Denmark and Sweden in the quarterfinal. That is going to be a fun fixture. We've got a few of them for the quarterfinals. Ploger goes down the left, he crosses, it's out for a corner. Lundberg will take it. Specifically, there's three I think that a lot of people are looking forward to, which would be Yugoslavia, Austria. What a blockbuster quarterfinal that is. Italy, France. Moreno does well. Put that ball in, but headed away. And then, of course, Sweden, Denmark. Ploger. Kohlberg. Loses it. John Hensen. Oh, he's dropped in and worked hard today. Both him and Lundberg. Morgan Olsen and Luis Perez come in. That's another foul. No card this time. Olsen. Lundberg. Lundberg does well! He got a header on target, but it was weak. And right at Carvajal. Ploger. Kohlberg goes down. No stoppage time. It's going to be a Denmark win. Moreno. Luis! Why not? Carl Jorgensen has been alert. Great switch to Paul Peterson, and Denmark go through. A 3-0 job against the Mexicans. John Hensen to Knud Lundberg. John Hensen unassisted. And then Carl H. Hensen with a wonderful low trajectory cross in for Bloomberg to just glance it home. And they win the possession game with 54% and 10 chances. It is a business-like job by Denmark over Mexico. And now, if we go to the tournament table, it'll be Yugoslavia, Austria, England, Luxembourg, Italy, France, and Sweden, Denmark. Although Huber, with the hat-trick, he's the leading scorer. Many players with 2, Nude Lundberg, Raymond Kopa, Roger Piantoni, Amadeo Amadei, Nat Lofthouse, Ernest Melchior, and Bernard Bukash. And nobody has taken the Bulls by the horns on the assist table. Many with just 1 assist. Well, when we return next time, it'll be the start of the quarterfinal. It will be the absolute blockbuster match between Yugoslavia and Austria. For now, Denmark will through 3-0 against the Mexicans. Adios, Mexico. We'll see you next time. Good night.